OpenWA is an open-source WhatsApp API gateway that gives developers full control over their messaging infrastructure without vendor lock-in or hidden fees. It is built on a pluggable architecture, so you can swap out the database engine, storage backend, and cache layer by editing the configuration instead of touching the code. The project is released under the MIT license, so you can use it freely for personal or commercial projects. Core features include a REST API that exposes all WhatsApp functions, support for multiple concurrent sessions, webhooks with HMAC signatures for real-time events, an interactive dashboard built in React, secure API key authentication, and Swagger documentation. Messaging capabilities cover sending and receiving text, media, images, videos, documents, audio, reacting to messages with emoji, bulk messaging, and tracking delivery and read receipts. Advanced features add group management, channel or newsletter support, label handling, per-session proxy configuration, rate limiting, CIDR whitelisting, and detailed audit logging. The infrastructure layer supports SQLite or PostgreSQL databases, optional Redis caching, S3 or MinIO storage, Docker for deployment, health checks for Kubernetes, and data migration between backends. The Quick Start Guide offers two paths. For Docker users, clone the repository, navigate into the OpenWA directory, and run Docker Compose f Docker Compose dev yml upd. This launches a development stack that includes the dashboard on port 2886 and the API on port 2785. For developers who prefer local development, clone the repository, install dependencies with npm install, and start the API and dashboard with npm run dev. In production, you can use the main Docker Compose YML file with optional service profiles. A basic SQLite stack is started with Docker Compose upd. To enable PostgreSQL, you use the Postgres profile. To enable the full stack, including PostgreSQL, Redis, MinIO storage, traffic reverse proxy, and the web dashboard, you run Docker Compose profile full upd. Development and production configurations are clearly separated in the documentation, with separate compose files and profiles for each environment. The service ports are straightforward. The API listens on port 2785, providing REST endpoints. The dashboard runs on port 2886, offering a visual interface, and Swagger documentation is available at the API's APIDocs endpoint. API examples demonstrate how to use the endpoints. To create a new session, send a post request to API sessions with a JSON body containing a name. To start a session and receive a QR code for scanning, post to API sessions, session ID, start and then get API sessions, session ID, QR. Sending a text message is done by posting JSON to API sessions, session ID. Messages send text with a chat ID and message text. Webhooks are configured by posting to API sessions, session ID. Webhooks with a URL, a list of events such as message received or session status, and an HMAC secret for signature verification. The tech stack is Node.js version 22 LTS, built with an SJS 11, written in TypeScript, and uses the WhatsApp WebJS library to interact with the WhatsApp Web Protocol. Databases can be SQLite for embedded use or PostgreSQL for production. Optional Redis caching improves performance. Media files are stored locally, on Amazon S3, or on a MinIO server. The project uses TypeORM as its ORM, Docker and Docker Compose for containerization, and React for the dashboard UI. The codebase is organized with a clear separation of concerns. The src directory holds the main application entry point, root module, configuration files, and common utilities such as caching and storage adapters. Core systems like plugin hooks and the plugin system sit under core. The WhatsApp engine abstraction is an engine. Functional modules are grouped under modules, with separate folders for session management, message handling, webhook management, group operations, contact information, API key authentication, infrastructure tasks, and health checks. The dashboard folder contains the React Web UI. Additional documentation resides in the docs folder, and deployment manifests are in the root, including Docker Compose YML, Dockerfile, and package.json. The documentation covers the entire project: an overview, requirements, architecture, security considerations, database design, API specifications, development guidelines, and a migration guide. Contributors are encouraged to follow the contribution workflow, fork the repository, create a feature branch, commit changes with clear messages, push the branch, and open a pull request. All coding standards and best practices are outlined in the Development Guidelines document. OpenWA is released under the MIT license, making it free to use for both personal and commercial projects. The full license text can be found in the repository's license file.